Unknown facts about the Eiffel Tower introduction. When we think of Paris, the first image that comes to mind is undoubtedly the majestic Eiffel Tower. A global icon of France and one of the most visited monuments in the world, the Eiffel Tower has stood tall for over a century. But beyond its towering height and iron framework lies a treasure trove of fascinating, mysterious, and often overlooked facts. In this two-part detailed exploration, we unravel the lesser-known truths about the Eiffel Tower, its hidden history, engineering marvels, and secrets that remain unknown to many. The controversial birth of a giant, the initial outrage. When Gustave Eiffel proposed the idea of constructing a massive iron tower in the heart of Paris for the 1889 World's Fair Exposition Universelle, the reaction was anything but supportive. A group of prominent Parisians, including famous artists and writers, signed a petition titled Protests by Artists Against the Tower of Mr. Eiffel. They considered the structure an eyesore, calling it a gigantic black smokestack, Eiffel's vision. Gustave Eiffel, however, stood firm. A civil engineer with a passion for aerodynamics and science, he saw the tower not just as an architectural marvel, but as a symbol of progress and modernity. His belief in the design never wavered, and he personally funded most of the construction when financial support dwindled, building the Iron Lady construction timeline. Construction began on January 28, 1887, and took just over 2 years to complete, an engineering feat considering the technology available at the time. Over 18,000 individual iron parts and 2.5 million rivets were used, labor and safety. 300 workers labored to build the tower, which was assembled like a giant Meccano set. Remarkably, despite the complexity, only one fatality was officially recorded, a notable achievement given the lack of modern safety measures. Innovative techniques. The use of prefabricated iron pieces, precision design drawings, and hydraulic lifts for materials demonstrated unprecedented engineering innovation for the era. Tower of many colors, color changes. The Eiffel Tower has not always been the bronze color we see today. In fact, it has been repainted nearly 20 times since its inauguration. Its colors range from Venetian red to yellow ochre and chestnut brown. In 2022, it began being painted in a new gold hue to mark the Paris 2024 Olympics. Why it changes color? Paint not only enhances its appearance but also protects it from rust. The structure requires about 60 tons of paint every 7 years, which is done manually with brushes. A private apartment in the sky, Eiffel's secret hideaway. At the top of the tower, Gustave Eiffel designed a secret apartment for himself. While most of the tower was off limits, Eiffel entertained notable guests like Thomas Edison here. The apartment still exists today and has been restored with wax figures, no access to public. Unlike observation decks, Eiffel's apartment was not accessible to the public for many years, adding to the mystery and intrigue surrounding it. Scientific and strategic importance, meteorology and physics experiments. Eiffel used his tower for scientific purposes including wind resistance, atmospheric pressure, and radio signal experiments. He was especially interested in aerodynamics and used the tower as a platform for studying air resistance. Role in wars. During World War I, the Eiffel Tower played a crucial role in radio communication. The French military used its antenna to intercept German messages, which contributed to the victory in the First Battle of the Marne. Almost demolished temporary permit. The original permit granted by the city allowed the Eiffel Tower to stand for just 20 years. By 1909, it was due to be dismantled. However, its usefulness as a radio tower saved it from demolition, renewed purpose. Gustave Eiffel's strategic use of the tower for scientific and military applications proved its value and led to its preservation. The tower that moves expansion and contraction. The Eiffel Tower can grow or shrink by up to 15 cm depending on the temperature. In summer, metal expands due to heat, while in winter it contracts, wind sway. The tower also sways slightly during high winds, up to 7 cm. Its design is flexible enough to withstand such movements without damage. Cultural symbol and global recognition, a global icon. From Hollywood films to literature, the Eiffel Tower has been romanticized and mythologized across cultures. It has inspired countless replicas in cities like Las Vegas, Tokyo, and even China, UNESCO, and tourism. In 1991, it was included as part of the Paris Banks of the Seine UNESCO World Heritage Site. Today, it attracts over 7 million visitors annually, evolving purpose from fair attraction. The tower and World War II Nazi occupation. When Germany occupied France during World War II, Hitler ordered the swastika flag to be hoisted on the Eiffel Tower. But due to strong winds, the initial flag was too small and blew away. A larger one replaced it, a chilling reminder of the tower's occupation. French resistance clever trick. During the occupation, the French cut the elevator cables to ensure that Nazis would have to climb the stairs to reach the top. Hitler reportedly never made the climb. Liberation and symbolism. When the Allies liberated Paris in 1944, the Eiffel Tower became a beacon of freedom. French forces quickly reinstalled their national flag on the tower. Light and illumination, the tower lights up. The Eiffel Tower was among the earliest monuments to be illuminated with electric lights. Its lighting has evolved significantly over the years. Daily light show. Every evening at the top of the hour, the Eiffel Tower sparkles with 20,000 flashing lights for 5 minutes, a show introduced for the Millennium celebrations in 2000. Environmental impact. To make lighting eco-friendly, the tower uses low-energy bulbs and LED technology. Additionally, it occasionally turns off lights for global campaigns such as Earth Hour. Myths and misconceptions. Gustave Eiffel did not design it alone. Though the tower bears his name, Eiffel was not the original designer. The concept was developed by Maurice Koechlin and Emile Nouguier, engineers in Eiffel's company. Eiffel later acquired the patent and made refinements, not the tallest forever. Though it was the tallest man-made structure from 1889 to 1930, it was eventually surpassed by the Chrysler Building in New York. Yet, the Eiffel Tower remains the tallest in Paris, not a fixed height. Contrary to belief, the tower's height fluctuates due to thermal expansion. In hot summer weather, it can grow by 15 cms. Restoration and maintenance ongoing care. The Eiffel Tower undergoes regular maintenance and repainting every 7 years, which takes around 18 months. Workers use 60 tons of paint and no mechanical spraying. Everything is done with handheld brushes. Protection against corrosion. The iron framework must be protected against rust. Workers inspect each section meticulously and apply layers of protective primer and top coats. High-tech upgrades. The tower has seen many technological enhancements, including modern elevators, improved security systems, and digital ticketing. Modern-day upgrades. Glass floor addition. In 2014, a glass floor was installed on the first level, allowing visitors to look straight down, a thrilling experience for those unafraid of heights. Renovated restaurants. The Eiffel Tower's restaurants, 58 Tour Eiffel and Le Jules Verne, have undergone several renovations to offer fine dining with panoramic views. Accessibility improvements. Elevators, ramps, and signage have been improved over time to make the tower more accessible to the elderly and differently abled. Pop culture powerhouse featured in films. The Eiffel Tower has been a centerpiece in over 1,000 films. From Midnight in Paris to The Da Vinci Code and Ratatouille, its cinematic influence is enormous. Global replicas. There are over 50 replicas of the Eiffel Tower worldwide, including in Tokyo, Japan, Las Vegas, USA, and Shenzhen, China. Eiffel Tower in music. The tower is frequently referenced in music videos, pop songs, and even operas, symbolizing love, freedom, and adventure. Celebrations and events. Bastille Day fireworks. On July 14th every year, the tower becomes the focal point of a massive fireworks display celebrating France's National Day. It draws millions of viewers globally. Global events. The Eiffel Tower has been lit in colors of different nations to honor global tragedies or celebrations. It has displayed the colors of Lebanon, India, and Ukraine in solidarity. Record-breaking visitor statistics. Over 300 million people have visited the Eiffel Tower since its opening. On peak days, over 30,000 visitors can be seen climbing its levels. Fastest climbs. Athletes have competed in stair climbing races from base to top. The record stands at just under 8 minutes for the 1,065 steps. Financial and economic impact. Tower revenue. The Eiffel Tower generates millions in annual revenue through ticket sales, restaurants, shops, and branding. It's estimated to contribute over 80 million to the local economy each year. Employment hub. It also provides employment to hundreds, including tour guides, restaurant staff, engineers, cleaners, and more. The future of the Eiffel Tower. 2024 Olympics and new look. Ahead of the 2024 Summer Olympics, the tower is undergoing enhancements, including the golden color transformation and expanded green spaces around it. Climate neutral goals. There are plans to reduce the carbon footprint of the monument. Future upgrades include